Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be continuing with our Football Manager 2022 Creator Club campaign. If you remember last time, we created our own football club, Boring United, who are going to be starting off in League 2 in England. And we're going to, just jump straight in. Now last time we won our first friendly 9-0, which was a spectacular result really, because we barely had a full team that we could put out. In fact, we only had 5 out of 12 players on the bench, so that's how few players we currently have that are available for selection. We have one guy who's going to be back on holiday in a couple of weeks, but I think we've got another friendly in a week, so we're going to be in more or less the same position in terms of how many players we can put out. We will have one guy back from injury, but we've got 2 players who are going to be injured for quite a long time still, so we shall see what happens there. We do have a few transfers that might be coming in, a couple of free transfer options. We asked for a couple of players on a loan who might help fill out the squad a little bit, so it's possible that in time for our next friendly match that we might actually have a couple more players in. We'll just start this going and see if any come back and join us. Nothing yet. Here we go. Just some social media stories about our friendly offer. Our friendly win and an offer that we've put in for a player. How many players do we want at right back? I mean, one would be good, to be honest. And just having one fit player to run up and down from right back would be quite nice. Our under-23s have lost their friendly, but that's not too surprising given that at the moment in our under-23s we've only got these people are all these players are all in our first team at the moment to bulk things out a little bit. The only sort of real under-23 player we have at the moment is this goalkeeper, who isn't very good, and the rest are just sort of greyed out. They're just automatically generated just to sort of fill a shirt really. They're all really, really bad. So in fact they're only losing 1-2 is probably a success really for them. Let's see, is this someone that we've put in an offer for? I can't remember. Let's just have a quick look at our transfer screen. So so we were expecting I think he's someone we added to our shortlist then. We didn't actually put in an offer for this guy. He's quite old. He's not bad. He'd probably play for us, but considering he's obviously a team in the Scottish Premiership, the top division in Scotland is looking for to bring him in, so he's probably not going to come to us. Burnley are quite happy to send their player to us, which is good. We've now got to sort of convince him to come down the leagues and play in Didcot. Our director of football, who's our only sort of functioning scout at the moment, has been unable to compile a report on Kidderminster, as they don't really know very much about them. See, they're actually non-league. They play in the league that's, I think, is probably just below us. So they're better than the team we've just played. They're better than Didcot Town. So I don't think we'll be beating them by 9 goals. Weekly staff meeting. Now I tend to just sort of say, send me a few emails on this. Now we're probably going to set this for monthly as well. I mean, it can be useful information, but you don't want to be bombarded with it every week, I don't think. Kind of hoping we're going to see some sort of sign of players agreeing to join us, but nothing quite yet. So this is the guy that we've scouted. I think we've already taken a look at him in the recruitment meeting with our board, and he's okay. He can improve. He's going to be probably good enough to play in the league above us, but that's probably as good as he's ever going to be. I think we'll leave that for now, because we want to sort of bring our... Oh, we can do this now. If I put everything back into the wage budget, because we're not paying out transfer fees, I don't think, this season, but we do want a bit of room in our wage budget and to bring in some free signings. So there was a forward, wasn't there? I can't remember what his name was, but he looked pretty good. But we weren't able to sign him because we didn't have the wages available. But if we went back now, we probably would. So it's just saying that our people taking our set pieces are terrible. We'll say yes. We'll try to improve them in those areas. But he's like, yeah, that's fine. He can try to beat the offside trap. He's reasonably quick, I think, probably. Yeah, he's not too bad. Now this is the guy we want to. In fact, we're going to go straight into his development screen first of all, because I didn't do this last time. We're going to go into training, and we're going to train him to play as our attacking midfielder on the left. I want him to be an inside. He can already do inverted winger reasonably well, but I want him to be an inside forward. I want him, in fact, in attack. He's already not too bad, because I want him cutting in from that left and having shots at goal with his right foot. Additional focus. I mean, perhaps he could be better at shooting. He's only a 10 at the moment, which is okay for the level we're at. But if we can improve that, that would be decent. And that'll probably do. Now we don't want to sort of overload him with stuff to work on, because he probably won't be too happy about that. But I don't want him to play with his back to goal, so we're going to ignore that one. And he has a long flat throw. Okay. In fact, yeah, we can see he's very good at long throws. So we're going to give him the trait possesses long flat throws. So he's going to be pretty much our throw-in guy. And we've also said some suggestions to improve their weaker foot. That's probably okay. We'll agree with all of that for now. Okay, so our striker, who's out for another couple of months, I think, he's entered his. He's training lightly now. He's still not going to be available to play for a couple of months, but at least he's sort of. He's back on the grass, basically. He's working back to fitness, which is good. Now this is someone. Yeah, this is some. Who was he? Was he the one at Burnley? Shrewsbury. He must. Yeah, was he? I think he was. Was he a free transfer that we were trying to convince to join us? He's gone somewhere else. That's unfortunate, because he was going to be, hopefully, a player for us to, be in the centre of attacking midfield. But I think probably he was just going to be a backup, someone for us to train up. So maybe I'm not too upset by that. Here we go. What's this about? How many transfer funds do we see? I think probably. I mean, that's probably his signing on fee, I guess. So he's quite good. Yeah. So he's another free transfer we're trying to bring in, but he wants a little bit of money to make that happen. It's only 10.5k. I've already reduced our transfer budget to 0. So instead of delaying that, we're just going to talk to the board and see if we can convince them to sign him. Our transfer budget of 0 should be enough to get the deal done. Is there anything I can do to convince them to do it? Probably not. So okay, we'd accept that. So what I'll do, I'm going to delay that for a week, and in that week, hopefully I can adjust that budget again, just to give us a little bit of money to sign his signing on fee. Got a few suggestions here. Now this guy seems to have good potential. He can play in a few positions by the look of it. He's a free agent. Best role is in midfield, box to box. Well, we're quite weak in midfield. He's really not great at the moment, is he? But he doesn't have particularly high wage expectations. Only we're probably getting for about £500 per week. He's interested. Now this bothers me a little bit, because it says at the moment he's non-league standard, so he's only really good enough to play in the league below where we are. But it's a potential. I mean, it's got 4.5 stars, which on paper is very good, but it does underneath say potentially Sky Bet League 2 standard, which is where we are playing. So it's saying potentially he could reach the level that we're currently at, but we're really hoping to get promoted at some point. So if we get promoted this season, which isn't out of the question, already by next season he's probably not going to be good enough to play for us. So I'm actually not going to pursue that one again. But you can see he's got the potential to be in League 1, which is the league above us. So immediately that's more interesting. And he plays on the left and up front, but okay, he's really not very good. So let's say no to that one as well. So even though your scouts are giving them 3 stars, potential 3.5, 4.5 stars, it's still worth looking at what it actually says, where they could play, and how good they currently are. So actually, this guy, who can play left back, he can play in central midfield, which it says here is his best positions in on the left of midfield, which we don't play. But if we click on him here, you see he's actually, it says accomplished there where it says his best position is, but here he's a natural in central midfielder. He does have a star less, half a star less in that position. I'm not quite sure why. But that's already not looking too bad. He's 21, so he's going to have room to improve, which it says here. He's going to be good enough to play in the league above where we are. He's a free agent at the moment. He's not going to be cheap, but he's not going to be too expensive. Potential to improve. You know, I think we'll probably we are light in central midfield. I think he would be good enough to get games for us this season. He's left-footed, which is nice because you know it's rarer to get players who have that ability to play on that side naturally. Breakthrough prospect. He's not going to demand to be in the team immediately, which is good for us. He wants a 12-month deal. I think we're going to try and get him to 3, and we'll just say that's. We'll say 2 for initially. Non-negotiable. We want him for 2 years. We're not going to pay him that much money. That's crazy. But we'll see if we can maybe get him for 850 a week. Let's see if we can do that. No, in fact he's asking for even more, which is a funny way of negotiating actually. But 900. Damn, he's gone orange, which means he's not happy with how I've carried out this negotiation. So. What's our budget looking like? We're currently so we have room for sort of 11 grand per week more in wages. He's asking for 1.6 of those. It looks like a lot of players are going elsewhere, isn't it? Doesn't it? So let's finalise that. It's a lot, I think, but potentially that will pay off. Someone who plays a left back. Now we have quite a promising left back who I quite like, so I'm not too worried about that position just yet. Alex Newby, who I think we looked at, he came up in one of our scouting searches. He didn't blow me away then, and he's not blowing me away now either. So let's say no to that. Michael Miller. Now it's saying we'd have to pay to get him. He'd only really want as much money as we've just offered to the guy who was a free agent. I think we could afford that transfer value if I'm able to adjust the budget again. But he's already good enough to play in the league above us. He's good. He could be good enough to play in the Championship, which is several leagues above us at the moment. Let's have a look at him. I was expecting a bit more, if I'm honest, after that scouting report. He's left-footed, playing on the left. See, I prefer to sort of use inverted players in the wide positions. Let's click on him and see where else he can play. See, although it says he can play in sort of left of defence, it's actually as a wing back, which I don't really use. He's also a natural on the right here as an inverted winger, where we do actually need a player. We are light there. My scouts are really convinced that he's transfer listed. So we should definitely be able to get him for an affordable amount. I mean, he's quick, really quick. He's good dribbling with the ball. He's got a good first touch. He's got some flair. He's quite determined. Yeah, he's quite agile. Tries tricks, runs with the ball a lot. I don't mind that actually. Am I able to already change my budget back? No, I've probably got to give that a few days to be honest. So what I might do with Mikkel here is I'm going to add him to my shortlist, and we'll come back to him in a few days. I'm guessing that's a club in France. I think they're possibly non-league or lower league. I think they're in for this guy, but we're not that interested. I think this Michael Miller, I think he's going to be a better solution to our right wing problem than that guy. Now this is another name. So is this someone that we tried to get? Quite possibly. He's quite good. Free transfer. Let's have a look. Is that what we did? Maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't put in an offer for him. I think I've shortlisted him though, which is why we're being told about it. Oh, this is good. So this is the Burnley attacking midfielder, in fact. So if we remember, he's the guy who can play in that sort of attacking midfield spot behind our striker, which we have a player there, but having two good players there will really help us this season. And he's agreed to join us. We're only going to be paying him £600 per week, which we can afford. No injury concerns. So yeah, we're definitely going to welcome him in because he's going to be a good addition. The fans, they're pleased. They're not massively pleased, but he's already a 3-star player at our level. He's got 5-star potential. He could be playing quite comfortably in the Championship in time, which we hope to get to within a few seasons. And sometimes if you get these players on loan and it works out and they like playing for you and vice versa, you have a better shot of signing them actually, if you can build up that relationship. We're just going to suggest that he trains in the position that we're actually using, which I think is attacking midfield attack. So we'll train him up in that. I won't bother too much about additional focus just yet. We'll work out what we need to do with him. Oh, great! So this is one of our 3 midfielders for our 3 midfield positions is now injured for just over a month, which is great. That was in training, so I couldn't really do anything about that, unfortunately. We did put in an offer, didn't we, for that free transfer, so that really can't happen quickly enough, I don't think. I wish I could remember who that forward was that we saw in that scouting report. I might even do a player search. Let's go to scouting, player search, and we're going to look for strikers who can play for us. I think he was a fairly young guy. We don't need the stuff about the left foot and whatever for him. Doesn't need to be transfer or loan listed. So any bit of pace, bit of acceleration is nice. Oh, sorry, that's the. If you hear any barking, that's the Dachshund who sleeps under my desk. I think there's another dog barking outside that he's caught wind of. In fact, if you just, I'll pause it here and I'll remove him from the room, and it should be a bit quieter when we come back. The joys of dog ownership. So yeah, hopefully be a bit quieter now. We were saying I think we probably get rid of the flare. I can't remember if he was decent in that. I still want a bit of stamina. Dribbling not important, so let's just switch that to finishing for our striker. Anything above 11 would be good probably. That's a fairly low bar for agility. And in fact, contract status, I'm pretty sure the guy that we saw was a free agent. So if we select that his contract is maybe unattached, Rodell Richards, I think that was him. So let's have another. He's wanted by a few clubs. So he's wanted by lower league clubs, but some of these clubs are bigger and better than us. Yeah, it's definitely this guy. 20 years old, pretty good. I mean, he'd probably be our best striker already coming in. So we'll see if we can sign him. Yeah, because we had to walk away because we couldn't offer him the money. He's still a bit annoyed with us, unfortunately, but that should go away in time. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add into my shortlist here, and hopefully in a week or so, when he's calmed down a bit, we can go back to him and just say sorry about that. We can offer you more than £100 a week now, which we couldn't do before. Right, well, let's continue. So what are we saying here? Our under 23s have actually won a match somehow, despite the fact they're greyed out players without hardly any stats at all. They've won against Bath, so I think Bath should feel a bit let down by themselves. Some development advice. We think Dan Happ could be a key player for us. Let's have a look. 22, yeah. Actually, I mean, he's got decent potential. He's only 22. He's got room to improve. Rule is a striker who scored. He got a couple of goals and a couple of assists, I think, on our first friendly. So we're quite pleased with him. And this is our promising left back who could get better than Omar, but I'm pretty sure Omar is one of our central defenders. Helm to be unveiled by Dad. His dad or mine? Oh, we've got one journalist turn up, and it's Sean again. Here we go. So we're going back to our massive press room with just me and Sean staring at each other over this bank of microphones. I think probably just the one microphone would do, but maybe not. He's negative. Oh no. I mean, I thought we'd maybe built up a bit of rapport in our first interview, but it seems not. What does it mean for the club to sign Mark Hunt? Well, he's only on loan, so I'm not going to go too mad. You just give neutral answers every time. I think that would probably annoy him, though. We're hoping to build up a bit of a friendship, aren't we? So it's always satisfying to conclude transfer business. He's still negative. You must be pleased to have secured Mark Helm's services for the club on loan. I am delighted. He's going to be one of our better players, I think. One player can sometimes prove the difference between winning and losing. Do we see him as being like that? Well, I do hope so. That would be nice. He's still negative. Come on, Sean. Throw me a bone here. Are you confident that Helm can produce when it matters in the big games? Yeah, I hope he can make a big contribution. What effect will it have on the squad? Well, yeah, let's be positive. Sean's not. He's negative, so we'll be positive, and overall that should balance out to neutral. At least Mark... Oh, no. No, that didn't go... Sean didn't think that went well at all. We've gone from... I think we were indifferent, but now he's trending downwards in his relationship with me, so obviously... Trying to be positive there. Maybe he was in a bad mood. He wasn't really there to hear me saying positive things. He's a bit upset. Boring dad. What does it mean? Yeah. So he's quoting us. Not much else to say about that, really, is there? Looking ahead to our friendlies, suggested squad. I think we're just going to pick. But we don't really have a lot of options at the moment. Now, they're talking about under 23 signings. Are we actually allowed to have... If we go to staff, sorry. This is our first team squad. We're advertising for a few positions. If we go to under 23s, we can see that actually we're allowed to have a manager, assistant manager, coach, and a performance analyst and physio doctor. We don't have anyone. We do at least have an under 18s manager, but no one else. Okay, what I'll probably do is advertise for the performance analyst. I'm not too fussed about searching for one of those myself, and as well over here we're going to advertise for a physio and a sports scientist. I don't really want to be searching for those myself. I'm sure whoever comes in is going to be fine. Yep. So staffing advice summary, here we go. So there actually, I have got a few suggestions for people we can bring in for some of these vacancies. So we have a suggested under 23s manager, Spencer Pryor. I remember him playing for, I think it was Leicester or Derby, something like that in the late 90s. In fact, it says down here, doesn't it? Leicester and Derby, so that's quite well remembered. He did both of those. I think he's all right for our level. What's Brian Sarr like? He's maybe a bit better coach, but not quite as good a manager. And Scott Sutter, who I don't think is as good. So let's bring in Spencer. At least I've heard of Spencer Pryor, who wants... Actually, no, his wages are only a bit higher than what we're able to offer. So let's just go to our maximum. He's happy with that. Exit talks. Now, we are advertising for a scout, but we'll just see what we're suggested here, which isn't very good. Again, all of these numbers are out of 20, and scouts do play an important role because you're kind of trusting their opinions on players that they're highlighting, that they know what they're talking about. And if their stats are low, that's not going to be the case. They're almost making it up. So, yeah, maybe not. Head of sports science, I think. Yeah, so sports science, I think, is the only stat that really matters here. So he's got 11, 12, and 11. I think 12's okay. He looks quite young. He's only 28, but he's going to be the head of our sports science department. 2 years. Let's offer 3. Yeah, that looks okay. So we're already starting to fill some of these roles. That French club signed this player. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove him completely from my shortlist. I'm not really interested in hearing anything else about him for the time being. Have a quick check on our transfer. So we have signed one. We've got a contract offer for Connor. He's that new right back. Billy Cometio, a bit of depth in defence. He's still thinking over joining us. I think this is another loan here for Max, who I think is a sort of forward-looking central midfielder. So he'd be good. They'd both be good to bring in if we can. And Tristan Nydan, who's a free transfer. He's that other midfielder that we've offered a contract to, and a couple of staff. So we're already starting to add to the squad here, which is good. Can we do anything about our budget yet? No, we're going to have to leave it a bit more. Okay. Oh, another injury. Another midfielder. I sometimes feel the game does this on purpose. If you can start to get like a sort of spate of injuries in a short space of time, quite often it seems to be in the same part of your team. So already, like in the last few days, we've lost 2 midfielders, and at the moment I think we've probably only got at least we brought in this young guy, but he's not going to play in central midfielder. He's going to be an attacker. So we only have 2 players really, and for our 3. Actually, no, two in the position formation we're playing. It is 2, isn't it? So we have just enough midfielders there to play in those roles. We don't have any subs available for them. Training's looking good. Our promising left back is doing quite well. Not well enough to praise. I think if they generally get to about sort of 9.5 in their training rating, you sort of do like to throw a bit of praise their way. Here we go. So Billy Koumetio from Liverpool is going to be joining us end of the season. He's not amazing, but he's not bad, and he's big. He's 6'5". He's going to be good in the air. He's relatively quick, quite strong. So, and he plays on the left side of defence, which I think we probably need someone else as well. So he's probably going to back up Omar, who's going to be our first choice in that position, I think. So we'll accept that. But is Omar right or left-footed? He's right-footed, so actually Omar's going to be probably playing alongside either Dan Happ or Billy Koumetio. And there's not a huge amount of difference between them, actually. Here we go. Again, they're pleased, but they're not ebullient about him joining us. C+, that's okay, I suppose. We're going to get him going. I like to play ball-playing defenders, and he can do that. And we'll stick him in a defensive role. Won't worry about any extra focus just yet. And I presume he's going to be in our first team already. Yes, he is. That's good. Nidam. So this is the central midfielder who nearly got annoyed about how much money we were offering him. So he's accepted quite quickly, which is nice. So he is just about getting in. If he drives up to the ground quite quickly, I think we've got 2 hours before kickoff. He might be able to play in the match. And another one, our midfielder from Brentford as well. So actually, there's 2 midfielders joining at the same time, which is great because we've just had these 2 injuries. So we've almost replaced them immediately. And they're happy about this guy. He's coming from Brentford, who are in the Premier League in this season. He's got, just on that basis, he's probably got quite a good reputation. He's got good potential. And we hope that we might be able to convince him to sort of join us on a more permanent basis in time. So he's going to play in central midfielder for us. Does he have sort of a preferred role already? Yes, winger, which is helpful. But here, so he can do either box-to-box or ball winning, actually. But because he plays on the left, I think that's our box-to-box position. So let's set him up as a box-to-box midfielder for the time being. Like that. Now that message indicates to me that he's not actually even in our senior squad, so we're going to move him straight there. Thank you. He's going to be starting for us. Oh no, that was Nidam, wasn't it? Yes, sorry, this isn't the Brentford guy. They are quite happy to have him, which is great. He's a free transfer. And Haygarth, who's joining on loan, and maybe that's why they're not quite as excited. Again, 5-star potential for our level, which is very nice. Let's see, what is he got something he's more. So you don't really want him as a ball-winning midfielder, obviously, because he can't tackle or mark. But he's more of a Mazzala. Let's just have a quick look, because I'm not actually currently using one of those. I almost regret signing him. Maybe central midfielder attack. That's probably not too different a box-to-box role. Where is he? There. Let's just click on him. Go into development. And we'll say he's trading up as an attacking central midfielder. There we go. So that's nice. So if we go on our transfer screen now, we can see it's only really this right back who we've offered a contract to who is still outstanding at this moment. And because we've brought in some of these players, can we now adjust our budget? No. I think maybe once that guy who we're still waiting to sign a contract, I think maybe once he's come in, we'll be able to adjust our budget again, and hopefully that won't take too long. Right, so we have a few more options than we did last time, and actually hopefully a few more faces on the bench. So Figueroa is obviously our starting goalkeeper. It's not really in doubt. Our right back, we're still struggling a little bit, but we have Tom James here who can do it somewhat well, so he's in. Dan Happ's back, he's left-footed, isn't he? Omar's still on holiday. Coleman, is he a midfield defender? He's not. He's a midfielder. So I think what we're probably going to have to do, and it's not something you'll see that often, is have two left-footed centre-backs playing next to each other. So I'll have to put Billy there on the right and Dan Happ next to him. And a left-back. I think Ogie's still our best choice there, so we'll keep him. Ball-winning midfielder. I think that's probably going to be Nydam here, unless it's Craig Clay. Maybe we'll play them together. So let's stick Craig Clay in the ball-winning role. We'll have Nydam in the box-to-box role. On the right, we're probably still going to have to play Dreenan here, even though we're training him to go on the other side. Although Paul Smith's back, what does he do? He's actually attacking midfielder right. Oh no, we probably want him to play on the left because he's right-footed. Okay, so let's start Dreenan there. We'll throw Mark Elm in, our new guy. Why not? And on the left we'll have Paul Smith, who's fit again. And I think we've only really got the one striker fit at the moment, so we'll play him. And everyone else can sit on the bench. And we only had 5 people on the bench last time, and this time we're up to 8, so we're almost there. I've got one guy who's back in a few weeks. In fact, this is back in a few weeks as well. I think he's back in just over a week. So, you know, by the end of pre-season, we might even have a full team we can put out. So we'll submit that. That's fine. Lots of players concerned because they're not familiar with the formation, but that's okay. That's what pre-season's for, isn't it? Getting used to the way of playing. I'm not going to set any opposition instructions just for a friendly. So fans seem happy. Oh, well, they seem happy to see Happ. Not so happy to see Billy Cometio. They say he's a bad fit, but he is fit, so that's why he's playing. This is a match we should be winning. And this is what pre-season's all about. Go out there and give me a headache. We'll try and give them a bit of a morale boost going into the game there, and we'll get started. Now I won't make the same mistake this time. I realise that we're the ones playing in the white shirt with the red stripe this time, so we're playing from right to left. There's Billy on the ball. New boy Helm to Dreenan. Couldn't reach the striker though. Bit ambitious. All the way back. Committee is first. See, both my centre-backs I think that I'm playing are both 6'5", so that's they should be winning most of the headers, really, you'd expect. No. So already this is looking like a bit of a tougher opponent than we had the first time. You know, we're passing forward and people are actually trying to stop us this time, which didn't happen in the first game. Let's reach our striker. Oh, oof, that was on target. I thought that was going to go way out. That was a good shot. Corner comes in. No, straight away they've headed that out again for a throw. No. See, already I can tell that if we can win this, I think I'd be happy with any kind of win, really. Like even if it's just by 1 goal. I think we're gonna struggle to carve out chances. I think playing against slightly more skilled opponents than we had the first time. It's a good ball in though. That's a shot. Oh, I thought maybe Dreenan would get to that, but it was just beyond him. Another corner though. Playing a lot in their half. We'd hope that we could score from something like this, but not with a shot like that. That's gone way wide. That's a good ball over the top. If our striker can get on that, and he can, but this time it's off target. Having the most possession here, they haven't even had a chance yet, so hope that we could win. No. Despite the fact we've got 2 players who are 6'5", we're not doing very well from corners, but I guess on the other hand, I haven't actually set up any corner routines yet, which we might well do before the next game after this, because a good corner routine... Ah, there it is. First goal, and it's a debut goal for Mark Helm there. Yeah, as I was saying, if you set up sort of custom corner routines, you can actually get, you know, double figures goals from those per season, so you know it's definitely worthwhile. Again, I'm just being a bit lazy and haven't done it yet. But look at that, had a shot, rebounded, tucked away the rebound into the corner. Very nice goal. Have a look at him, because he is good. I mean, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine for this level. He's not amazing, I don't think. I mean, he's very good potentially, which is sort of where his value lies, I think. But we've only got him for this season. He's probably going to be a backup even, just for somebody else. Omar Khan, I think, is the player who did really well in the first game. Good tracking back from Billy. Already I can kind of see signs of the sort of gegenpress style in this team. You know, they are winning it back really quickly and high up the pitch. Unfortunately, they're not going to score many with shots like that. All the way back. That was a good header. I think he scored one like that in the first game. So he's quite good in the air. Is he good in the air? Yeah, only 6 foot. He's got a good jump on him. Heading could be better, but he can get up, get his head on the ball at least. Just like that, again. Let that go out. What I think I might do, especially as we're in pre-season, is I might just, instead of extended highlights, which show you, you know, sort of key chances and a lot of the build-up, what I might go is just to key highlights, just so we work through these matches just a little bit quicker. So we're going to see all the sort of shots and good attacking moves still. But not quite so much of the build-up. Again with the header. Been over half an hour in and they still haven't had a single shot at our goal. I mean, I know they're playing in the league below us, but I thought we might be more tested by them. And it's half time. See from the XG chart there, you know, we're way above them. Oh, okay, they did have a shot. We didn't see it. It was probably like a really low percentage chance or something, because they've got just above 0 XG to our 1.8. We've only scored 1 goal, so we are sort of finishing at a rate lower than what we are expected to be doing. But I do like what I'm seeing. I'm positive. Talk to our defenders. The defenders have been good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Midfield has been pressing well. Yeah, they've been bossing the midfield. Why not? And the attack could be doing better. So let's say you've not been good enough in front of goal. He's down and uninspired. So that was a bit of a mistake. Everyone was quite pumped until I said that. But you know, you've got to be honest sometimes. And if they're not playing particularly well, you've got to let them know that. Otherwise, how do they know that they've got to improve? Maybe it was a bit harsh. See, we're whipping through the match a bit better now. Obviously, we're not seeing a lot of the chances we're making up, but we're probably taking shots from distance and things like that we're not seeing. Off-target shots, probably. I was watching here. Again, the midfield wins it back. Long ball forward from the defence. I feel like he could have run for that, probably. See, this is why I said you were a bit disappointing, even though you didn't like it. Yes, but we'll wait for this to go happen. And it's a goal, so I'm glad I did. I was about to go and do some substitutes again, and we would have missed another goal, just like we did in the first match. So I'm glad I just waited a bit there. But it's Ogie. That's from our left back, our guy who's predicted to be like a 5-star player for us over time. So if he plays like that, I can see why. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Helm again. Sorry, I thought it was the left back. No, he passed it to Helm. So it's his debut, and he scored 2 goals. So, you know, you've got to be pleased with that, I think. But we're going to make some substitutes now. So you can see there's a few people who are getting a bit run down. So we got a right back we could do with someone. And of course I don't have a right back, so I'm going to put a defensive midfielder there. We're just seeing out the game, I think, at this point. Just put some people on so the people in the team can rest a bit. Got a left back. He's not very good, but our left back is alright, but it's our central defender who's not that... I'll tell you what, we'll stick him there. What I might do is put the left back on the right. Why not? He's not very good there, but I don't think he was going to be very good in the centre either. Who else? So Drinan, our right forward, we could do with replacing him. And our central. So I think... Oh, I've missed another one. Have I missed another one? Oh. He's got a hat-trick. Damn it. Okay. Right, well, we're gonna take him off now anyway. He's got a hat-trick. We're taking him off. He could do with a bit of a rest. And we're going to replace our right forward as well. Probably... it's not his ideal position, but can Max Haygarth do a job there? Not really. How about if we put this guy on? Not really. Matt Young? Not really. Okay. Let's replace someone on the midfield. Let's put him in the box-to-box role. We'll change the box-to-box role to the attacking central midfield role that he's training to do. Left back probably could come off, so this guy can be left back, so we'll replace him. Left forward, why not? Paul Smith's only just back from injury, so yeah, let's bring him out as well, and we'll confirm that. I'm sorry we missed the hat-trick goal there. I can always, if I'd click this and just click on that timestamp, it should take us back. So we'll see the goal that we missed. Smith gets it, hits the keeper, and then again he's right there to tuck in the rebound. That's the second time he's done that. So, you know, if he can do that when the real action kicks off, we'll be laughing. Oh, that's a good ball. Great finish. Wow. That's a brilliant goal. So actually, although we said we probably wouldn't do as well in this match, you know, it's a better class of opponent, you know, we're still 4-0 up, and it's 20 minutes yet to play, so we might get more. Especially if he's going to be shooting like that. You see this, I think he's improved since I said he needed to improve. So, you know, he didn't like it at the time, but I think he can see that I was right. Hopefully he'll take that in his stride now. And he did. That's his second goal. You see, a bit of gentle encouragement, you know, a bit of constructive criticism, and it's made all the difference. You've got to offer the carrot and the stick sometimes, and that's paying dividends here. Lovely ball in, and just a wonderful finish there, left foot. Oh, they're checking the offside, but yeah, no, he's well on. He's well on there. So we'll just skip that. That's obvious. And we've lost the sound. So it sometimes happens if you know, skip a replay or something. It's come back now, but it can be a bit dodgy, that. Rare attack for them. They've had a shot. Went over though. I don't think our goalkeeper touched that. No. They've had a few shots. I mean, they've had 6 shots, 2 on target. I mean, we've had 33 shots, 14 on target, and 5 goals from that. So our XG is actually, at the end of the match, is 3.77. We've scored 5 times. So the second half, you can see that we've added 4 goals after half time. A bit of gentle encouragement, and yeah, we're now ended up with almost double the goals that we were expected to, which is great. So let's go back to the dressing room. Shall I emote at all? Hands together. You know, we're coming together as one team. So we're going to say, very good pre-season match, and everyone's happy. Bit of a David Brent mannerism from me there, just to bring it all in. Here we go. So the Bees, the Boring United, meet expectations in dominant win. All the shots, all the XG, 60% possession, 13 goals scored in pre-season now, and none conceded. So, you know, you can't be disappointed with that. I'm going to check our finance again because I've remembered that the guy we're waiting to sign it can't sign until we move the budget to get a few grand in there. So I'm hoping that we'll check it every day, and I'm hoping that before he tries to come in again that we're able to do it. He's a free transfer. We'll check him out, but I don't hold out much hope. Yeah, no, he's terrible. Aaron Ayuma. Not a lot of potential there, but we'll check him out. Nope, don't think so. 36, no thanks. 19 years old, runs up the right. Actually, he's not too bad. His dribbling could be better. Crossing's good though, and he's quick, and he's fit. He's brave, determined. That's actually not too bad. I mean, but the thing is, we are signing a right back, aren't we? And we already have one, so I feel like that's probably one too many. So I don't think so. Not at this time. No, I don't think so. He's not like he's got an amazing potential either. So I think no, we'll reject all those. Okay, that guy we didn't sign has obviously had a very good debut match. What's happened? He's played in a cup for them, scored 2 goals. Yeah, I mean, I would have gone for him if he wasn't quite as old as he is. Got another game coming up quite quickly here. Right, let's check the transfer budget. Come on, no, okay. This might get awkward. New signings to be unveiled. Oh, I think we have to do this, don't we? We have to unveil, even though they're sort of load and free signings. We've got to see Sean again. You know, we didn't leave things in the best place last time, I don't think. And in fact, I can tell that we're starting this press conference downcast. Is that better or worse than negative? Probably better, but it's like he expected more from me and is a bit disappointed at how things are turning out, even though we've only just started. I mean, it might be the atmosphere in this room. I mean, he might feel a bit like it's a job interview or something. How good does it feel to welcome these signings? I'm very proud of the work that the club, i.e. me, has done. How important do we expect Nidam, who was the free transfer midfielder, is becoming a foundation at the back? I don't think he's going to be playing at the back. He's not a top defender. I don't want to comment on this issue. He's going to be playing in midfield. Can he break in the near future? Yes. Maybe not an instant success, but he's going to come in quickly. Are we going to keep Billy Cometio at the club? Perhaps. Maybe. Why not? Ethan Coleman. I don't remember who he is. Is he one of the young players I brought in from the under-23s? It's possible. Let's just say they're going to bring the best out of each other. I don't think the other guy's going to play much. He's still downcast. If I'm honest, they're not going very well. He's unfriendly now. He likes me even less. I can just imagine he's just dreading these. I mean, we're both probably dreading these press conferences. In fairness, just sitting there staring at each other in an empty room. I'm very proud. At least he's writing nice things about us, even if he hates us on a personal level. Got a few season tickets sold, that's good. Lee Gray. Oh, all right, so this is our head of sports science. He looks like he could be in our youth team, actually. Very young, but, well, yep, come in and do that, that's good. Yep, so we've stopped the advert now, which is fair enough. Solihull Moors. I don't know about them. We'll click on them. They are another... No, I think I was wrong before. I think Kidderminster might be playing in the level below this. I think the National League, Vanarama National League, is the one just below the league we're in. So, again, this should be a bit of a tougher test for us than the previous game. We're playing against Arsenal 23s in a week or so. Almost feels a bit insulting to only be playing their kids, but I mean, that's the level we're at, isn't it? Now, we've had some responses to our scout adverts, so I mean, I can tell just by running down here that the people that have applied for the job they're pretty much only on the level of the other people that were suggested. I do like judging potential though, almost more than I like judging current ability. So I'm looking at someone like Paul Walters, who's high in that. We do need a scout. Anyone really. So yeah, so come in. We're going to sign you up. 2 years. He's only part-time. We can only offer part-time contracts to scouts, which is a bit strange. I think we can have 2 scouts, can't we? So let's try somebody else. Let's go for Martin Mason here, who's... I mean, he's not very good, is he? But this is what we're being offered. Pretty much the same basis. That's fine. Moody wants... So I find this in this game, whenever you have an advert and you get a response to it, there's always a news story as well about one of the candidates being interested in the job. And I find that it's most often the worst candidate available. So here it is. Moody wants the job, Jermaine Moody, and he's an 8 and a 7. And I think there is Miller's worse, probably. But as an average of his stats, he's among the worst options that we've been given, and that's the one they've picked out as really wanting the job. Again, a bit of a pre-match preview of a suggested squad. Probably fairly similar to what we'll do. Spencer Pry has been offered another job role as well as us. If we look at that, yeah, so us and Crawley. And where do Crawley play? Same league, so they're League 2, so we're on the same level as them. Might come down to who's offered him the most money. We offered him as much as we could. Okay, so this guy that we want to... Again, if I do approach to sign, he's going to be pissed off at me, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's been offered a trial. We're going to keep an eye on this. They've made an approach to sign him, so if we can't offer him something that he's going to accept fairly soon, he's going to go somewhere else, which is a shame. And it's on me, because I didn't need to adjust the budget so that I couldn't afford him. I just didn't really think it through. We do have 2 strikers. Here we go. So this guy, he went straight there. That's disappointing, because it took him just over an hour just over an hour to go from being offered a contract to accepting it. That's almost and we could have afforded him as well. That's very disappointing. Where did Harrogate play? Same league as us again. So he would definitely have come to us, I think, if we'd been able to offer him. Again, do we delay this another week? Can I not adjust that budget again? This is ridiculous. It's 10 grand. I mean, I suppose I've got to say yes, but I really want to bring him in. We've scouted Michael Miller again. I think we just said no to him, didn't we? So no. In fact, if I go into scouting, I suspect that we've got something on the shortlist. Yeah, keep scouting reports up to date. So our scout, such as they are, which I think is our director of football, is going to keep going out and scouting these players, but we don't want that to happen. I'm going to say no. Why have we got so many names on it? We've actually got our players on this list. Can we filter our own players out of our shortlist? Is there a way to filter this? Exclude. Right, okay, that's useful. I've never seen that. I don't know why that's coming up with our own players on our shortlist. Oh well. Maybe that's a bug. Okay, we'll probably put out a largely similar team to what we did last time, unless someone's a bit unfit. Like Tom James here is our right back, but I don't think we've got any other option but to play them again. Omar's still on holiday for another 6 days. I think he's going to miss the Arsenal under-23s match as well. Same players there. Maybe we'll play Sweeney at left back. No, he's such a big drop-off. We'll keep the same players, which means Craig Clay and Nydam again in midfield. We're going to play Drinan on the right. I don't think we can drop Mark Helm after his hat-trick, so we're going to play him again. And Otis Khan, yeah. Him or Smith, really, isn't it? And actually, Otis didn't start the last match, and also he's the better player, so we'll do that. Paul Smith can actually play up front, but you know, our Rule down here has been doing pretty well actually in the last couple of matches he's played, so we'll keep him there. There's no reason to drop him. Add in everybody else. Now, how long? He's not fit for 3 days, so I think, yeah, we're not going to... Even though we could select them, we're not going to. Let's keep that the same. Submit team. 8 from 12, yep. Again, we're not going to set any opposition instructions, we're just going to go out and say, give me a reason to pick you. And if that reason is because you're the only player capable of playing in that position, then that's still a good reason, you know. Oh, it's Helm again. Oof! Is that on target? I thought that was still going to go in, even though the keeper got a hand to it. Bit disappointing that. I forgot to do the corner routines, didn't I? I really need to do those for the next game. Just so we can start practicing them, if nothing else. That was a dangerous ball across the box, but we dealt with it. Straight up to our forward. Drifted left, maybe there's runners in the box. Tapping it about. Yeah, the opportunity went, didn't it? Seems like this half is sort of going by with not a lot happening. I think we both had a certain number of shots. 4 shots, 2 on target each. Got a free kick here. I feel like we should have done better there. I think that was a misunderstanding. Another thing that is a factor in Football Manager 2022 is that, and you know, for a few years it's been the same, is that you have something called squad cohesion or team cohesion. And that's something that increases over time as the same players play together. So at the start of the season, you know, especially because we've introduced a new tactic, that the team cohesion is going to be very low. You know, pre-season is good for building it up a little bit, but it's probably going to take a few months into the season before we're really playing with a good level of cohesion. And that was a good goal. That was a good goal. That's Dreenan coming in at the far post there. Good cross in the box from our left back. It was a good run up the left. Really good cross. No one deals with it. Back of the net. And I'm training him to play on the left, but he's done pretty well in all the matches he's played on the right. Hopefully he can do that on the left as well. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, that nearly went in. Right idea. I mean, the way this game's panning out, it feels more like what our actual league games are going to feel like. I think it's we're not going to be putting 9 past opponents, but if we can do that, when the real stuff starts, then I'll be very happy. You know, it's going to be when when our other striker, our number 1 striker, comes back from injury, I think it's going to be hard to drop Rule, because he's in all 3 games so far he's played really well. That was really nice. And that was Nydam as well. That's our new midfielder who played him in there. So already looking like a good signing. Starting to get a bit tired towards half time, which is worrying. Because we haven't got enough players on the bench to be able to replace everyone, unfortunately. What we'll probably do is play an hour and then take off the most tired players and just, stick anyone in their place, really, even if they can't play that position particularly well. Until we get the squad in the sort of shape that we want, it's going to be difficult to sort of properly rotate, I think. Especially while people are on holiday and coming back from injury. That's it. Oh! He's taken up good positions, isn't he, our striker? Yeah, we're just wasting every corner until, well, it's on the default settings. I need to work on that. 2-0 at half time, though. Away from home. Pretty happy with that. We're outscoring our XG at the moment. Not giving them much of a sniff at all. We'll go in the dressing room. Yep, like what I'm seeing. Defender's doing well. Oh, no, I thought that was acceptable for a minute. That wouldn't have been a very good one. Defended well, I'm happy. Midfield, they're bossing the midfield. They're winning the ball back early and setting up chances, which is good. And the strikers are good this time. So I think he's really made the difference in attack. I'm happy with him. And he's happy with the praise. Yeah, the assistant manager's starting to alert me that some players look unfit, and I think as we come up to the hour mark here, I'm going to just click over. And hopefully we won't miss a goal again. It's happened both in both the previous matches. So let's see. Yeah, Rule needs to come off, and Paul Smith can play striker, so he's going to go up there. And our centre AMC, actually Max Haygarth can play there, so we're going to stick him there. Dreenan really needs to come off on the right. We don't have a right winger, so Daniel's just going to have to do the best he can over there. Omar's not bad on the right, actually, so we might even just switch them round. Yeah. I think everyone's a bit happier that way round. Craig Clay, he's sort of our ball-winning midfielder, isn't he? Matt Young's not really that kind of player, but that's probably the best that we can do. Wait, now's Nidam. Yeah, he's actually not bad, so what we might do again is just switch those two round. Left back, how's our left back looking? He's not bad. Both our central midfield defenders, though, are getting really tired, so we might just have to sort of chuck a couple of these guys in there and let them deal with it. And right back as well, so we'll stick Sweeney there again. Can't really do much about that. We're getting the Olays in the background. We're obviously having a nice spell of possession there. Going to confirm those changes. So another couple of players starting to look a bit tired here, but we've used all our substitutions. Apart from our goalkeeper, we've used all our subs now, so they're just going to have to last till the end, I think. I feel like there's a reason we're seeing this, but it's not immediately evident unless we're going to go cross in and make a chance. Maybe a shot from distance. There we go. Off and on target. I'm liking this Nidam. He was a free transfer, and we're paying him a decent amount, but not huge money. And I think he's done well for us so far. I don't know whether him and our left back and Otis are going to be able to play the next match, though. It's 4 or 5 days away. They're getting pretty tired here as we're nearing the end of the match. That's it, 2-0. Well, I'm happy with that. If we can replicate that when the real action kicks off. I know there was less chances, less excitement than previously, but it's another win, another clean sheet, and yeah, we have to be pretty happy with how this is going. So I'm going to hands on hips this time. Winning a good performance. Well done, lads. Everyone's delighted. I don't know if those emotes really make a difference, but it's quite nice I guess from a sort of role-playing perspective. Here we go. So Arsenal's coming up. Can we please do something about the budget? Nope. I feel like if we have to delay this signing for another week, I think what will happen is he'll just say thanks but no thanks. And we probably won't be able to come back in and try again. So I'm really hoping we can find a solution for this before that happens. I really want to... Well, I know that the striker that we liked has gone now. In fact, yeah, it's probably main... We've got some midfielders in. We've got a couple of good players on loan, a defender. I'd really like that right back. I'm not that happy with the one we've got. Got a good first choice left back, but I think our sub left back, we might just have to make do with him. unless we find out about someone who's better. So let's do it. Before I forget now, let's go into tactics, and we're going to do set pieces corners. So here we go. This is where you set up your set piece scenarios. Let's mainly focus on the attacking ones for now. So from the right, now what we want when our corner taker is sending it in, first of all, what we want to do, do we have to elect one of these first? Player instructions. Oh no, I've clicked on him, so this is what we're player instructions. I'm going to set the near post corners. And what we want to do here is we want to put one of our giant defenders getting on the end of that. So if we click on, probably it's going to be Hap, and he's 6'5" and good at heading. So we're going to say, is that him? No, here we go. Instead of go forward, which is just a very general instruction, we're going to say attack near post. So as this near post ball is coming in, he's going to be attacking that ball and hopefully getting his head on it. Our other defender, we're also going to say, I think we can say lurk at near post. So if he gets a bit of a knockdown, he should be in the right area just to sort of tap it in, which would be good. In terms of heading the ball, I don't know if we have a lot else in the team that's particularly good at that. So we're just going to, rather than just the general go forward instruction, we're going to give them more detailed instructions here of what to do. So he's attacking the far post. We'll keep that. Striker maybe getting some knockdowns at the far post. He's there to slot it in, but what we might do is attack the ball. So he's going to be, as the ball comes in, he's going to be running in to maybe smack it if a defender heads it out towards the edge of the box, which would be nice. One of our wingers, he can maybe no, I think probably what I want is one of our, again, the midfielders tend to be a bit more physical than the wingers, so if he's just going to sort of lurk there again for sort of knockdown potential. Attacking midfielder, yeah, okay, marking the keeper, maybe get him to drop the ball or make a mistake. He's lurking outside the area. Is there a better thing that he can be doing? Probably not. So yeah, so he can lurk outside the area. So now it's going to come in. We've got two big guys here to hopefully attack that first ball before any of their defenders get a chance to knock it away. If they do knock it away, we've got a couple of guys here on the edge of the area who can hopefully take a long shot, maybe get a goal from that. If it sort of misses people or gets a knockdown from one of these big guys, we've got a striker and a couple of players lurking on the far post to tuck anything away, and someone disrupting the keeper there. This guy stay back if needed. We're not going to need our right winger to stay back if needed. So anything we can do as well here. For him, I might just do him the general go forward instruction. So I can't really give him anything more specific to do, apart from another one lurking outside the area. So he's just going to be there, bit of a free roll, just going wherever he's needed. And both our fullbacks, who tend to be less physical than the centre backs, but also still quite quick, they're going to just stay back. So if their defence does get the ball clear and knocks it towards our goal, we'll have a couple of guys there to hopefully get on the end of that. That's fine. So I haven't found a way just to sort of copy this, unfortunately. So what we're going to do, if we click then for balls coming in from the left, we're just going to quickly set things up to go to the same thing. Near post. I can probably just drag these. So yeah, we're going to have attack near post. We're going to have another defender lurking near post. Striker far post. Him marking the keeper. I think he was attacking from the edge of the area, wasn't he? Let's do lurk at far post for him. Lurk outside area. And our fullbacks are sort of in defensive positions. We'll have a quick look at these. I think probably these aren't too bad. Got our defenders zonally defending the 6-yard box. We've got a couple of people on the post just to sort of kick anything clear that looks like it might be going in. There's zonal marking, which is probably fine. What's he doing? Edge of area. And the striker's up there. I think I'm going to leave that as it is for now. I think the attacking ones is sort of where you can really add some value to the set piece routines, I think, and hopefully get some goals from those. So that's fine. I'm happy with those. Let's continue. Here we go. He had another choice, which was from Crawley, but he's opted to join us and be our under-23 manager. We don't have any coaches at the moment or anyone else, but at least we've got a manager there to do something with them. But in fairness, it's only really the goalkeeper, at least until pre-season, when we can drop those young players back into the 23s. Okay, Michael Miller. Ross County again. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'll remove him, because I don't really want to make a move for him, but I also don't really want to just keep getting notified of all his moves, so we'll just say take him off our list. Need to register our squad. I think so. The only player who wasn't, I mean, we need to register at least 4 more players just to meet the minimum criteria. So didn't it say that only Nidem was unregistered, but actually our goalkeepers aren't registered. They're not under 21s. Billy Cometio is, so we don't need to register him, or Jaden, or Ethan there, or Shadrich. But I'm going to register him just because, you know, we need at least 1 more as well. So Nidem comes in, and you know, we meet the criteria now. Let's just make sure that no one is unregistered who needs to be. These are all under 21 players by the looks of it, so we don't need to register them here. They're sort of just freebies, really. And we'll confirm that. Mason. He was our scout, so yep, thank you. We'll finally get a couple of scouts in here so our director of football can get his fuel consumption down a bit, his mileage down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we've got 2 new scouts. Great stuff. If we look at the staff screen now for the senior team, we've actually filled all those positions that we needed to fill. We haven't got a vast amount of anyone, but at least we've got someone where we need them. We're advertising for those. I might, because I don't want to search for them manually for the under-23s, I might just advertise for that assistant manager. We can only have 1 coach. I might go fitness. I might look for a fitness coach. And we're advertising for those already, I think, aren't we? Daily check of our budget. No, still can't do anything about that. God, I feel like I made a bit of a mess of that. I didn't realise we wouldn't be able to sort of change it back after we'd adjusted it. Training's still going well. There aren't any worrying performances. It says here, our last match, the team cohesion paid off. We appear to play well together. So yeah, if we... Where does it tell you in there? I'm not sure. It might be under dynamics, maybe. Oh, I don't want the tutorial for it. So it says here, the team cohesion is very poor. We're way short of operating as a unit. The mental state is disappointing. It's going to impact their positioning during matches, and they're going to experience issues with their vision. That probably means ability to find teammates with passes and reactions to events unfolding. So it's not very good, but I suspect that's been slowly coming up as we've played some friendly games. I mean, the club atmosphere is good. People are having a good time here. We've scored, 15 goals now in 3 matches and haven't conceded any yet. So, you know, everyone's morale is pretty good, I think. They just need to play more often together. Squad numbers. I think I'm probably going to clear those. I quite like to sort of set up like a 1 to 11 of, like, you know, your sort of first choice players, and then sort of fill in around them. So Vigor is absolutely number 1 at the moment. Where is he? Tom James is our right back, number 2. Our left back is Ogie. He's very good. I think Omar is probably our best defender, but Hap's pretty good too, so they take those spots. We need a defensive midfielder. And number 6 is probably Craig Clay, is the closest we've got. And as for our number 7 tends to be the right winger, doesn't it? Which we're having a little bit of a crisis with it. We don't have one at the moment, but Aaron is the closest we've got, even though he's going to end up playing on the left. We're going to give him the 7 for now. And Paul Smith is our... Oh, he's going to be our right winger. So number 8 is actually the more attacking midfielder. And Although Callum Riley's the more established player, the older player. I actually really like Tristan Nydam, the way he started. I'm going to give a show of faith. He's going to be our number 8. Number 9 is our striker. I mean, it should be Harry Smith, really, shouldn't it? But he's still a way off being fit. And apart from being big and good in the air, is he that much better than who we've been using? Who is a 5-star potential, don't forget. So, again, a bit of a show of faith here. But I'm going to say he's our number 9. Number 10 in the hole is going to be... I would give it to Mark Helm, who's been playing well, but I think as our permanent player, we have to give it to Otis Khan, really. And number 11 left wing is probably going to be... It will be Aaron in time, but at the moment it's Paul Smith. And then we just kind of... just add the rest, really. We've got our 1 to 11. There's not really anyone who's massively better than anyone else there, so we'll just fill those out. There we go. There's a report of our shirt numbers. Fitness report. So Paul Smith, what was wrong with him? He just hurt his foot, didn't he? But it was only a short thing. Harry Smith is the one who's coming back, but does it say here? Not yet. I think he's still a few weeks off coming back into the team. What's this? I know how to select a team. Why am I getting that? Right. Okay. Not sure what that was all about. Again, it's I think most players have had enough chance to recover decently. It's the 24th. Omar's still on holiday for a couple of days, so we're going to have to just make do one more game until he comes back. So we're going to be pretty much the same as we were before. Let's just get those players back in. And this is the selection heading. I'm going to go with the Otis Khan. He is probably going to be our first choice there, and he's actually not playing as much as Mark Helm at the moment. Paul Smith, go with the rule, add everyone in. There we go. Usual warning about... Oh, we've actually got 9. We've gained another player somewhere. I wonder who that was. Might be this guy. He was injured for a few days, wasn't he? Okay. Up to 9 substitutes out of 12 now. It's all coming together. Oh. We're not going to do any instructions. Let's have a quick look at it. See if there's anyone we recognise here. No, I don't think there's anyone in that list that jumps out at me as someone I've heard of. So, yep, go and impress me. Absolutely. Ah, that's not too bad. Let's go. Oh, we're actually playing in red this time. I think it's the first time. Oh, that's nearly an immediate effect for our new corner routines there. I think that was Billy Cometio who got his head on that. So already that's improved how our corners have been up till now. Bit of build-up play. Oh, that's a nice ball. If that's onside. Yeah, he was actually offside though. I thought he might be. He seemed to have so much space there. Feels like we're doing pretty well against them though. Again with the header from Aaron Dreenan. Or Trinan. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, to be honest. Oh! That wasn't in. It felt like it should have been. They do a goal line check. But obviously they didn't feel it was close enough to warrant that, even though it looked to me like it was in, but okay. Still goalless. We're having more chances than them. One more possession. Another corner. There we go. Cometio's header again gets it towards goal, just over that time. Tristan Nydam's looking a bit tired in midfield. He's probably going to need to be replaced at half-time, I would think. Khan leading the breakaway. I think it's 3-on-2 at the moment, 2-on-2. Disappointing, actually. I don't think he needed to shoot from quite that far out. Had a lot more room to run into. Yeah, all these games, our defence has just dealt really quite cleanly with anything coming at them. I just hope we can continue that when the league kicks off. In fact, we're still missing our arguably best central defenders as well. These are sort of the backups who are playing. Okay. Nice ball over the top to Smith. Again, it was a good move, and I think the finishing let him down there. Actually, you can see our rating for Rule here up front is dropping. I think the match starts, it's around 6.6, and he's having a bit of a torrid time up front. But our XG is not bad, it's much better than theirs. They've had one shot which was on target. We didn't see that, so I don't think we saw that. So it probably wasn't a very good one. So we've had 17 shots, 4 on target, but the finishing has been pretty poor. So what should we do? Should we meme it again? I'm going to point finger assertively. We're going to say we need more spirit and fight out there. Yeah. Defence. I am happy. They've been doing well. Happy with your defensive work. They're demotivated by that. It's 0-0. They haven't done anything wrong, but they don't like being told they're doing a good job. Maybe they're just very self-critical. Midfield. I don't want to be too harsh on them, but we're going to say go out and show me why you deserve to play. And again, they're really not happy with that, are they? Attackers, I'm not happy with your finishing. Sort yourselves out. Okay, well he's cheered up a bit. Some of the others aren't very pleased. We are actually going to swap someone out. So if we pop over the tactics screen, I think Tristan needs a bit of a breather. So we're going to bring in, who is it? Oh, probably Max Haygarth, actually. We kind of brought in to play in this position, didn't we? So we're going to bring him in. But we're going to, again, slightly change his position to be that sort of attacking central midfield role that he's more comfortable in. And then we'll kick off the second half. No, still 0-0. Oh, that was a really good chance. I don't think the angle was the best there on the camera, but I think the keeper stopped it. It was on target, but it did fall to other players in the box, but we weren't able to put it in the net. Okay, we're going to make some more subs here as some people are starting to get a bit tired out there. Now I could pause it just so we don't miss any goals. I think at this time we're probably not going to, though, is the only thing. So that's it. We'll have Mark Helm back in. Someone on the left. A couple of midfield. Haygarth's already in, so we're going to have him there. Left defence. Yeah, I'll bring Connor Wood in. Coleman can just about be a defender, so he'll come in there. Need a right back and a right forward. Well, he's going to have to go right forward. He doesn't like it there. There's not much I can do about that. And right back, not his position again. So we've got people who are really terrible in these positions. We'll see what happens. I just want to get through pre-season really and get a decent squad together. Haps there. You see, that's our. Was that a corner or a free kick? I feel it was. If it was a corner, that was a perfect example of how our corner routines are supposed to work. No, it was a free kick, in fact. So it's probably more chance than anything I did. But that's what we're looking for. We're looking for those big centre backs to be getting headers on target in the box from these corners and free kicks. If it was a league match now, what I might be doing is sort of locking the game down a bit, going to a more defensive mindset, and bring the players back a bit into more defensive positions. But it's a friendly, 15 minutes to go, we're winning. Let's just keep things as they are. Helm again. Haygarth. Oh, look at that. 2 lone players combining there. That was a cracking shot. I'm hoping these guys can still be pretty good when when the action starts properly in the league, because at the moment they're looking really good. Really good. Oh, I say that as soon as I say he's doing really well, he does that and just completely gives the ball away. That was a good ball to them. This could be a goal, and it is. Yeah, they get one back. That's the first goal we've conceded in pre-season, and deservedly so. It was a good ball over the top into our box, good cross, and fairly easy finish really in the end. And that's the ball. That was just a great ball for them. Cross. Past the keeper. I don't think there's probably a lot we could have done about that. I mean, so it just happens sometimes, doesn't it? I seem quite calm now. This is because it's a friendly. I think when we're playing actual games and, points and table positions are at risk, I'm going to become a lot less calm, I think. Because I do want to go up this season. I think the fun of the game is getting promoted, moving up the divisions, improving your team. I think if you get bogged down being in a lower league for too long, I don't think that's quite as fun. But another thing to consider is I've stuck in a load of players, and we've got a penalty now. But I was about to say that I've stuck in a load of players who are playing in the wrong positions. They're under 23s who aren't particularly promising. So we conceded a goal, but in the wider context, it's probably not too bad. And it's Helm here for a goal. That's a good one. That should be it. 3-1. Yeah, we've got 5 more minutes, including added time to play probably. That's looking pretty good. In fact, what I might do is under shouts, I'm just going to say, I'm going to praise the entire team, and hopefully we'll see some smiley faces here. Actually, a couple of them are frustrated by that feedback, or overconfident. But by and large, we've given them a little morale boost with that, and that's it. That's full time. Nothing else really happened after the penalty, and we've pretty much met our XG again. 3.89. We scored 3 goals. We had 35 shots on target, which is quite something. More possession. More passes completed, so yeah, I think we're pretty happy with that. He's saying we're not expected to win, so that is very pleased with that. I think we probably were expecting to win, but let's say that anyway. And everyone loves it. Everyone's really happy. The Gunners were shocked. So actually, I mean, the game itself was probably more expecting their team to beat ours. And they are a youth team, but they're a Premier League youth team. They probably should have beaten us, but we did all right. Jordan Musto. Not bad. I probably would consider him for a backup, but I think we've probably already got options that are as good, if not better, already. Now, this is a striker here who won't cost the earth. Potentially good enough to play in the league above ours. It's not too bad. I mean, he's reasonably quick. I mean, the thing that would concern me, I think, is the finishing stat there. I generally want that to be a little bit higher. So we'll say no to him for now. Young centre-back. He's 6'2", so he's a bit shorter than some of the ones we've got already. Quickish. Maybe not the most agile, but, pretty good at marking, pretty good at tackling, which you want. I think if he... Well, I mean, I didn't even look at this, but he's going to cost us probably up to £1 million, and it's generally towards the higher end of what's predicted that you end up getting asked for. So, yeah, even if we wanted him, we couldn't afford him. This is maybe a bit more affordable. What does he do? Full-back, left-back. And again, he's pretty good. I think, if we didn't already have a very promising left-back in the team, he's someone we might consider bringing in, but we do, so... Young goalkeeper, 5-star potential. He's big. Look at that, 6'7". He's not agile though, and for a keeper, you probably want them to be at least fairly agile. But he's so big, you can sort of understand why he's not. And he's quite expensive, so probably not at this stage. And a right-sided fullback, someone who can even play all along the right there. So he can play in defence, midfield, attack. Let's have a look. And I like, I can already tell that I like this player. He's quick, got good dribbling, bit of flair, not determined. I mean, that is probably the biggest failing there, especially as a right back, which is where he's going to mainly play. Let's go back to what are they looking for him? Quite expensive, but potential loan possibility here. And because we are short on sort of right-sided attackers and defenders, in fact, what I might do is put in a cheeky loan bid. Let's have a look. Going to make an offer. Loan offer. They want £300 a week for him, which is absolutely fine. We can do that. Regular starter, not so keen on that. So can we say we'd expect him to be a fringe player? They're probably not going to be very happy about that. But we'll see. They might just want him to go out and get some games somewhere. They're okay. They've suggested that because of that, they actually want a little bit more money. But it's only £50 a week, so that's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Offers accepted. What we'll probably do here, I know we've still got a friendly to play. Well, I think this video is probably running a bit long now, so what I'm going to do is we're just going to get up to the next friendly as far as that, and then we'll probably call it a day for today. I'm going to look in this finances screen again. I'm desperately going to try and adjust this budget. They're not having it though. I think we're probably going to miss out on that right back now as a result of that. But we've got this loan for this young lad as well, so that's something we could perhaps do instead. It's a bit of a shame, but it seems like that's the route the game's forcing us down. I'll have a check next time I can, but this is probably going to be our last. If it is our last friendly, I might even just play it, and then so for the next episode, we'd be in the actual season itself. So let's have a look at the schedule. Yeah, Eastleigh is our actually our last friendly. You can see there that we've won them all by a good amount, which is nice. So we'll actually play the next game. I think since I sped the games up, they're not taking as long, so that's good. Aha! See here it's saying we can now adjust the budget, which we will do because we only need 10k. So we're going to adjust the budget. Thank you very much. He's going to be coming in. We probably can't manually adjust the budget again, but we are able to get this guy in. And that's fine. The guy we've put in a loan bid for, he'd probably be our backup right winger, and also someone who can play in defence if needed. So this guy is 30. I think he was 29. Had he only just turned? Yeah, he's only just turned 30. I think he was 29 when we tried to sign him. I didn't notice that, but he's here now. He's in his important player in his prime years. There we go. He's not going to improve, but I think probably for a season or two, he'll be pretty good for us. We're going to ask him to be a attacking fullback, I think. We're not going to add a focus. I think at 30 years old, he's unlikely to really improve in any area. So we're not going to worry too much about trying to tweak anything there. I'll look at the scouting update. We've got 11 suggestions here. We'll see if anyone's that interesting. I'll only really look in detail at those that I think are possible. He doesn't really want to come. Was he centre back? Yeah, no thanks. Sinclair Armstrong, QPR. No thanks. Harry Williams at Burnley. Oh, God no. Now he's interesting. He is going to be, well, there's another loan potential, I think, looking at that. It says he is quite susceptible to injuries. He's in midfield, and actually, no, I don't think he's going to do anything for us this season. I've heard of Lewis Richardson. It looks like he's got great potential. He's very determined. He's quick, and he's a striker. And he's got he's quick, and he's got decent finishing. I mean, he's 5-star potential. I mean, he's probably not good for us at the moment, because he's not developed enough. I don't think there'd be any point taking him in on loan. But what I might do, I might add him to the shortlist just to keep an eye on him, because in a season or two he might be someone we want to look at. But not him. 19-year-old winger. On the left. No, we got decent options on the left already. Callum Jones at Hull. Central midfield. He looks alright, but I think he's only really sort of as good as Tristan that we brought in. So I don't think there's a need for him. Billy Chadwick at Hull. Possible, is that a winger? On the left. He's okay, but he's not the quickest, so I think we're not too worried about him. Another Hull winger. You can see we've scouted a couple of clubs here. Only a couple. QPR and Hull. It says he's potentially as good as Championship. Again, I might add him to the shortlist just so I can sort of keep an eye on how he develops. And some guy here left. No, it's a winger. He's not quick enough for my liking. There we go. We'll move on. He doesn't like me at all, does he? But we're going to do it again. You know, if he's got to turn up, I've got to turn up. We're going to go to this press conference and we're just going to power through it. He's already downcast. He's sickened by the sight of me. Right-sided defender. That's where he's going to play. Do you see that as his best position? Yes. Is that where you intend to play him then? I feel like he's getting quite confrontational now. Obviously, something I'm doing is just rubbing him up the wrong way. Yes, I want him to play where I said he'd be playing. Do you think you have too many players? I've got two. I've got two players at right back. Yeah, quality and depth. Oh, now he's downcast. I'm doing something wrong here. Took a long time to conclude. Was it frustrating? It dragged on for so long. It was a bit frustrating. I remained patient. There wasn't much I could do about it. No, he's pessimistic. Do you think it's signing of as a coup? Yes, I think he's probably among the best players at the club. So yes. Now he's only downcast. Is there a generation gap between him and some of our younger players? I mean, there is a bit, I suppose, but let's say he'll bring us a fresh perspective. And okay, everyone just left that room quite sad, which is a shame. But at least he didn't hate us any more than he already did, which is something, something to build on, isn't it? We're not mortal enemies yet, although there's potential for that to happen. Collector bonuses. Now I can't even select high here. I usually like to make it high because for some players they get a bit of a morale boost thinking about all the money they're going to make if they do well. But I think probably as we don't have as our transfer budget is 0 and will be £0 based on the proposed bonus agreement, so let's keep it normal. I don't want to say low. People might get upset if it's a low bonus. So under 23s win again. There's something about these made-up players that seems to be doing quite well. I don't know who Bishop's Cleeve is though. We don't even know what league they play in. They're semi-professional in Hellenic Premier. Is that Ireland or Scotland? Maybe. Not sure. Oh, here we go. They got local rivals in Gloucester. There we go. So they play somewhere up in the west of England, I expect. It was their first team, though, saying that. No, they're saying average response. And I think when it says average or good or poor response, what it really means is the number of people who applied rather than the quality of those people, even though you can see here that it's not good. So again, let's have a look. So Rhodes is the one they're saying wants the job. And if we look at Harry Rhodes, he's not the worst by a point, but I mean, given the choices that we've got available, I think it has to be James Nugent, doesn't it? He looks about as pleased to be at the club as Sean does when he's in the newsroom, the press room. But we'll sign him anyway. An 11-month contract. No, we'll give you a couple of years. How about that? There we go. Got some selection advice. We've got a few more options this time. They're suggesting that we start our new right back, which seems fair to me and probably what I'll do. Yeah. Gradually working towards having a full bench to pick from in pre-season. We won't. We'll probably have 10 out of 12 on the bench, something like that. But given where we started, that's not bad. We're gradually getting the squad into something of a better condition. That's our assistant manager wants to study for a licence, which is good because I think if they pass it, I think their stats do increase a little bit, which would be good. It does. I think it's just automatically set to save every week, which is why it's doing that. Yeah, I have no issues with under 18s. I don't think they're really anything special. Okay, so he's probably in training, but he's probably in light training, but they're saying he's still 6 days away, and Harry Smith is up to 2 weeks away, and Adam Thompson still up to 3 months away, so he's not really going to be a factor till probably late autumn. I don't know, August, September, October, so probably November, maybe even going into December by the time you've got him fit enough. But that's okay. We've got some good choices now. So we are going to start Connor, our new signing. We're going to... Oh, Omar's back. Brilliant. So this is our first choice defender, who I really like the look of. I think he's going to be very good for us. And he's quite young still, isn't he? Oh no, 29. But that's fine. Good few years yet for him. And I guess we'll start Dan Happ. He's probably our second choice defender. I've noticed that he's not set as a ball-playing defender, but that's something he can do, so I do like to play ball-playing defender, so we're going to get him straight doing that. And at left-back, Ogie's still good to play. I guess we're going to keep Craig Clay there and Nydam. Yeah. Tom James, what does he do? Oh, he's our right-back. Sorry, is this Callum Wood? Connor Wood. I'm not really sure what he does. Let's have a quick look. He's probably our backup left-back, in fact, if that sounds about right. Because I think Jaden Sweeney, I think he's come from the youth team, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go Nydam there. So I think Kiprianu here, I think he was from the youth team as well there, yeah. And Matt Young is possibly as well, yeah, okay. Haygarth's probably the main competition there, but I'm not quite sure about starting him just yet. We haven't got a right winger yet, have we? Need to do more of a look for that. I think it's probably. I mean, Otis. What foot does Otis play with? So he is right-footed. Okay, well we'll keep Drennan there for now. We'll start with Otis, Paul Smith, Rule up front. Everybody else is capable of kicking a ball. We're actually up to 11, look at that. It's almost a full bench. We will do opposition instructions when we're playing sort of the proper teams, but we won't bother for this one again. Go out there and show me why you deserve a place. Connor seems motivated, but Billy Cometio is not. Forgot to look at what level Eastleigh actually play at. I think they are non-league. Maybe the league below where we are. Could make something here. Going backwards now. Back to the keeper. No, pass forward. There we go. Gonna cross in maybe. Feels like this chance is just sort of petering out, doesn't it? But this might come to something. Oh, there we go. Nydam pulled down by Smart. That looks like a penalty. Yeah, we got VAR at this level, but that's just on the referee's judgment. But I think he got that one right. Ooh, wasn't the best penalty, a bit close to the keeper who guessed the right way for me, but yeah, 1-0. Now that we've got more players in, what I'll probably do is go back to the set piece takers and just see if any of the people that we brought in are any better than those we had originally. No complaints about that though. I don't know what his penalty stat is. Now the 6.5 people in the stands are making quite a big noise there. Now that was a corner, so there we can see that's how our corners are supposed to work. Hap again with the header. Look at him, he's just a giant of a man, isn't he? Yep, so Khan crosses in. Hap's there attacking the far post as we've asked him to, and it's back of the net. Hopefully we'll see a lot more of that over the season. He does that quite a lot, doesn't he, Drinan? He sort of likes that little looping header to try and just get it over the keeper's head, but it didn't work that time. Again with the header. And it's Drinan again. He is good in the air, isn't he? He's good at jumping, isn't he? As we've found out. But if his heading stat was better, he'd be getting a lot more of these on target. In fact, what's Hap's? No, here we go. That was good. Driving forward. Going to slip the ball. No, he's going to have to go for it, and it's over. But I just wanted to check what Hap's heading stat is there, because he scored a couple now. It's coming up to half time. 2-0 up. Can't complain. Might get another. Through ball. It is, but he was well offside there. I think that's going to get called back, surely. Is it not? Was that actually onside? It didn't look onside. I mean, I'll take it. Let's see. This is him. No, this is him. He's running up, running up, running up. And it's released there. He must have just been level. So it's great movement, actually. That's a great goal. There they go. They're going to check the offside here. You know what? It wasn't even close, was it? That was good. Right. I will check Hap's heading stat, don't worry. Let's go into the dressing room and I can probably do it from here. Where is he? He's down here, isn't he? So, yeah, jumping 15, which is really good. And 12, which is, you know, very good for this level, actually. So he doesn't look brilliant overall, but actually he's pretty high in the things you want him to be high in, like his teamwork, his pace is okay for a centre-back, but his height and his strength that are the real strengths here, so to speak. Yeah, I'm happy. Good guy. I'm not even going to say anything else to anyone. I think they've all played really well, actually, so yeah, we'll keep going. That's good. Is he going to score? He does. Yeah, that was really good. Nice cross. Lovely finish. I mean, maybe I'm rethinking training him for the left, because he's done really well in these games. Just playing on in his natural right-sided role. And that's just great. Like, if he was left-footed, I don't think he could have finished that as good as that. So maybe there's just value in keeping him there. I'll just make him a winger rather than an inside forward. Oh dear, he's taken a knock. He's actually injured. But we're in the second half, aren't we? So we're going to take Paul Smith off. And it's now. I'm going to pause this because there might be goals here. So we're going to make our changes. Let's see. Paul Smith's the obvious one. He's on our left, so we're going to replace him with Nkrumah. No one else massively needs to come off, but we're going to do it anyway, just to give these players a bit of time to raise their fitness. Yeah. Actually, no. Who did we say was our left back? We said it was Connor Wood. So actually, let's do him instead. Tom James right back. We know that. Cometio can come in for Hap, which looks good. Craig Clay and Drinnan look like they could be replaced. Don't have natural choices for them, so let's just put Matt Young there. Yeah, actually that's a fairly natural position for him. So who are we missing? Ethan Coleman, who's a youth teamer, so I'm not as worried about giving him time on the pitch. Everyone else is looking pretty fit, so we're just going to stay with all that. Hopefully Smith gets to come off before he actually gets a proper injury and is forced off. Doesn't look like they're going to put the ball out though. Oh, that was hit hard. Yeah, I feel like maybe we could have done better there. I mean, we've got the instructions stay on feet, which is probably why that played out like it did. Although he just ran, he was just unmarked, wasn't he? Near post. Goalkeeper probably should have done better. It was a decent move, but unfortunately didn't come to anything. Now that's a good pass. It's played in to the right, which pretty much killed the move, I think, unfortunately. But it's still going. That's not bad. Oh, actually, that is a lovely finish. Very nice, just tucked it in there with a volley. I mean, Kiprianu, so there's actually two of our youth team players. Kiprianu's youth team as well, so he just plays it onto the feet of Nkrumah, who... Yeah, great. Yeah, I knew that was going to be a goal. It was just a really good cutback, wasn't it, to Clarkson? So there's definitely stuff for us to work on, isn't there? In defence, I think. Yeah, I mean, considering how many players we had around that, we should have done a lot better. But some of this is down to that team cohesion thing, which we will improve as we just progress in the season. And coming back, they might get another here. They almost do. Still 5 minutes to play. And bear in mind, these goals will be conceded with our first choice defender back there, Omar Beckles. I suppose he's been on holiday. It's his first game back, so maybe we'll let him off this time. Hoofs it out there. I think we're just eating up time now. Even though we're 5-2 up. That's good. Off. No. Okay, so that one is called back for offside, obviously. We'll probably see a replay of that. because we can't see the player making the run at the moment. It's all down here. So that's as the ball was played in, that's where the line was. So yeah, he was very much offside. And there we go, 5-2 to us. Again, outscoring our XG. We also conceded above our XG. They were only predicted to score a goal, and they've scored twice, double that. So you know, it's a good performance, but not a perfect one. I don't want to go as strong as that was a bit of a let-off. It was good, but not amazing. So yeah, the recommended response is probably the best one there. So as we hammered them, which is true, I suppose, but maybe it's a yeah. So even though he wasn't completely forced off with injuries, he is going to be out for probably over a week, and probably going to miss our first match, which is a shame because he's probably our best option on the left. We haven't got anyone lined up for the right. Well, there's this kid, I suppose, who might come in on loan. But again, he's right-footed, so maybe for this season we're just going to have to get used to the idea of, you know, playing a right-footed player on the right, which, you know, sounds logical, but actually, as I said in the first video, I think I prefer to sort of use inverted wingers if possible. So we'll do a quick search here again and just see if you know, we're able to see anyone now that we have a couple of scouts, and if there's anyone there aware of. We'll take finishing. I think that was dribbling, wasn't it? We'll keep that to 10, say. Something else here that is obviously filtering. It's probably this unattached thing. So if we say any, there we go. We've got a few now. Pace, determination. Yeah. Okay. So let's have a quick look at our options here. There's someone at Tranmere. High-ish wage. Possible. We'll scout them. We'll scout them and see what comes back. I can already see a few names who we've you know, said no to previously, including Reece Grego Cox series, who's going to be injured for months. We've said no to Amadou Diallo before. Joel Cooper's on loan. Stan Flatty at Newcastle. No, I don't think so. Pretty sure we've seen Stephen Dooley before. And again, right only. So the bit in my search where I said left foot has to be at least strong. If I say that very strong, that's going to rule out, hopefully, there's people who... No, he's still here. Right only. Okay, I'm not quite sure why that's happening like that. Freddie Price here. Doesn't look great, but he's young. We'll scout him just in case, you know, he's got good potential. Jack Nolan. Oh, yeah. So he's left-footed. Cuts inside. Pretty quick, pretty good dribbler, pretty good finisher, in fact, as well. So we are going to scout him because I feel like he's got potential. He's got potential to come in for us, I think. Yeah. Okay. You know, I think it takes about a week for those scout reports to come in, so we'll see in a week's time, probably around the time that we're playing our next match, if any of those is someone we want to bring in. But we're going to call it there, I think. We've finished pre-season now. We did well. If we just have a quick look at the schedule here, we can see that we won every match, 5 matches. We scored plenty of goals. We let in a few towards the end as we started playing the better teams. I don't know why I clicked on that. If we click on Eastleigh, we'll just confirm where they were. Again, just the league below us. So games we were expected to win, maybe apart from that Arsenal one. So you still need to make sure that you do win those games, and we did. So we've got to be pleased with that, and we are in reasonable shape as we head into the season. We're going to, in the next episode, we'll move some of these youth players back down and free up some of this list. But we'll leave it there for now. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, then please do like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you next time.